O'Reilly on the warpath again against the New York Times. That after the Times reported on a $32 million settlement O'Reilly reached with a former Fox News colleague who accused him of sexual misconduct. It is the sixth such suit. The Times reported O'Reilly or Fox News settling on his behalf. Back now with my panel. This is what Bill O'Reilly said to the New York Times. I want to play this.
We have physical proof that this is bullshit. Bullshit. Okay? So, it's on you if you want to destroy my children further. All right? Because it's all crap. Why don't you be human beings once? This is horrible. It's horrible what I went through. Horrible what my family went through. This is crap. And you know it. It's politically and financially motivated. And we can prove it with shocking information.
Our senior media correspondent Brian Salter joins us now. Where's the proof? What's the shocking information?
I've been asking for months. O'Reilly, ever since he was forced out of Fox in April, has been saying he has proof of a conspiracy, a plot to take him down. Sometimes he says it involves CNN and Media Matters, the liberal media watchdog group, and lots of other outlets. But Donnie's never provided that proof. Half an hour ago, I checked in with his spokesman. I said, any updates for us today? Nothing.
So nothing. What did he say something in the New York Times about the reporting on his
you know, he
show?
says this was a smear. But he can't deny the facts, and the facts are he did pay $32 million. Now he might not like the way the story was framed. He might think the Times was coming after him. But I've never heard of someone paying $32 million to settle or to stop a sexual harassment lawsuit. Yeah. It just doesn't happen. You know, Harvey Weinstein, who's accused of many worse crimes, he's been accused of rape by some women. Bill O'Reilly is not. Harvey Weinstein paid $50,000 or $100,000 settlements. $32 million is unheard of.
But when I read the Times thing, you were talking about Harvey Weinstein, and it says unconsensual sex. What is that?
Yeah, non-consensual sexual relationship. So what that could mean, Don, is it could mean Elise Wheel, this legal analyst, she was in a relationship with Bill O'Reilly and felt like she couldn't leave the relationship.
Got it. Okay.
That's what it could mean, but I don't know.
So I'm going to read the 21st Century Fox says that they knew of the allegations and repeated harassments in a non-consensual sexual relationship, but did they know about the amount of the money?
They say they didn't. They say they knew there was a private settlement between two people and that O'Reilly didn't want them to know the amount, so they considered it none of their business.
It's always big. If you turn on Fox News, they're always going after other networks on integrity and morals and what they should be reporting. This is the height of hypocrisy.
I saw you tweet that over the weekend.
It is.
The idea that we're not going to be hearing from Fox News about this. To the credit of the network's media analyst Howard Kurtz, he did say this is a setback for Fox. This is an embarrassing story for Fox. But some of the primetime hosts who have been talking every single night about Harvey Weinstein,
they're not going to lead.
You're not hearing them talk about
every
this.
night talking about the corrupt Fox News media.
To them, it's all about the left.
But that's what they start.
I think what we wish we could see in this country is, you know, some consistency of outrage, no matter what side it's on.
All right, you work there. What do you think of this? What is O'Reilly not getting?
Well, I don't know, because I mean, he says that he's innocent, right? So we have to operate from the assumption that he believes that he's innocent. But to Brian's point, he paid out an enormous sum of money. This also wasn't the first time he's paid out money. So I'm not. What's unclear to me is why he would be uniquely targeted. So he has this belief this is all politically motivated. But there's so many other high-profile conservative men who've never been accused of sexual harassment. So it doesn't really make sense of why there would be this targeted attempt to take out Bill O'Reilly in the way you haven't seen happen with other major hosts at Fox News or even just conservatives
presumably
in general.
Conservative women. He keeps blaming the New York Times and liberal media, Media Matters, but these are conservative
Fox
women.
Is the network that fired him.
Everything's always the New York Times' fault. Don.
It's,
you know that. It's
right,
always our fault.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks. It's like, remember, thanks Obama, thanks New York Times. But seriously, it is.
When in doubt,
why is
blame
that?
the Times.
And they also uncovered the Weinstein scandal. They were the first on Weinstein.
And these things are related. I mean, you said this is the height of hypocrisy. I'll give you that. It's also the summit of corporate greed, right? I mean, why did Harvey Weinstein get to prey on women for as long as he did? Because he was making money for people, and everybody was enabling him and hushing it up and just wanted to kind of keep him on his track. Why 20th Century Fox re-signed Bill O'Reilly even though they were saying that they were cleaning house when it came to sexual harassment and they knew about the settlement? Because he was making the money. This is a story not just about sexual harassment, but about corporate greed.
I want to talk a little bit more about hypocrisy here, because today Megyn Kelly released an email that she sent to Fox News executives. This was last November. It was about Bill O'Reilly, and it reads, this is in part, perhaps this is his own history of harassment of women, which has, as you both know, resulted in payments to more than one woman, including recently that blinded him to the folly of saying anything other than, I am just so sorry for the women of this company who never should have had to go through that. So, but here's my thing. It's not just Fox News who turns a blind eye to this and hypocrisy. It's also the people who watch Fox News, and they allow this behavior to happen, and they make excuses for it. Bill O'Reilly is a great guy. Even the President of the United States made excuses for Bill O'Reilly's behavior. Where does a cognitive dissonance, like how do you say that you're a Christian, you believe in conservative values, you want women to be sacred, and stand for all of that, and then you have someone who is basically a predator that you're watching every night and supporting on a network?
My best theory is that they don't believe it. They don't believe that it happened. And this is where I see a lag. So I think society is kind of moving along, still very slowly in my opinion, in terms of how we react to these issues. Way too many women are still suffering. But there's even more of a lag among conservatives, and I think that they operate from the assumption that the women are probably lying. I mean, I just had this argument on Anderson earlier with Stephen Moore, who basically was saying, if you're a powerful man, you can't meet alone with a woman. The implication is because she's going to lie and say that you sexually harassed her, right? It's not. So they're always operating on the assumption that it's not true, that
Where
the
are
women
the
are
others?
lying.
Where are the? Because there are some people who are in media who are, if not as wealthy, maybe more wealthy, and maybe not, quite as wealthy
Exactly.
as
That's
Bill
what I'm saying.
O'Reilly
It's not
and folks
logical,
there.
but they are operating under the assumption. I don't think they're operating under the assumption that these things happen and that they're okay with them. I think that most of them are operating under the assumption that it's the liberal media that's out to get these people, and they're exaggerating them or they're lying about them, and it didn't actually happen.
Yet, family values,
Right.
Christian values. Interesting. Thank you.